Hey everyone, I want to look at the Zeiss Sonnar 135 1.8 lens. This is actually an A mount lens, but I have the LA EA4 adapter because the SONY A7R II is E mount. And I believe, in my opinion, that this is the best portrait lens for the A7R II. Recently, last week on the Photographer.com, Chris Gambit says that 135mm is the best portrait length compared to the 85, and I do agree with him. It's better for compression, and you actually get a little bit more shallow depth of field. And this lens is really great because it focuses down to 2.4 feet compared to like the Nikon 200 f2 or the Canon 200 f2. And some people do use those lenses for a telephoto portrait lens. They focus close, distance focusing is about 6 feet. So you can actually get more shallow depth of field with this lens. This lens has 9 circular aperture blades, even has a T-star coating for flare resistance. And I really wanted to see how this lens performs on our model today.
Hi everyone, my name is Lupe and I'm 20 years old. I'm from the island of Guam, born and raised. And I'm fairly new to the modeling world, so hopefully it's going to be a good experience.
I really like how looking through the EVF, the sun isn't blinding me, and I don't see any chromatic aberrations at all. It's a very sharp lens at 1.8. And also when I'm talking, because she's getting hot from the sun, when I'm talking to Lupe, Lupe, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so she can hear me fine, and I'm getting actually 3/4 body shots. If I had a 200mm, then I would have to go further back, and I would be shouting at her when I would tell her directions on how to pose. So 135mm is a pretty good focal length. Able to get 3/4 body shots, really great. One of the advantages of having an electronic viewfinder on the A7R II, because it's one of the largest at 0.78 magnification, you can let your model look through the EVF in a bright setting condition like this so she can see her pictures clearly. I learned this from a fellow photographer here on Guam, Chris Proctor. We changed our location in Tumang, Guam. We are here at this longer stretch of road. I did get some full body shots of Lupe out at the crosswalk way up there. So I want to focus on headshots and also half body shots, even 3/4 shots here, just to see how the lens performs wide open. And we'll see how it also performs against flare if we can get some sun behind Lupe. Against the sun, and the lens has a hard time focusing on her when you have a backlit subject like this. Some lenses do have a hard time, and this lens definitely is having a hard time. So what I'm going to do is focus on maybe her necklace or maybe her jacket and then recompose. This is our third and last location. This is in Tumuni, Jonestown Lookout Point. This is a very beautiful place. This is like on the edge of a cliff. I think this used to be an old house. But I can't wait to see the pictures on the computer on how this lens performs. What did you think about the photo shoot today?
Overall, it was a really fun experience. It was something new, so it was definitely something for the books.
Yeah. All right. Here I'm trying to hold the lens It is wide open at 1.8, and it is very hard to hold this heavy lens. It's a little over 2 pounds, but it's good that the A7R II has a built-in image stabilization. It was pretty hard to get Lupe's face in focus because at this close distance the depth of field is very shallow. So here I have most of her body, 3/4 of her body in the shot, and it was a little bit easier to focus. I would really recommend putting this on a tripod. The reasons why I think the Zeiss 135 1.8 is the best portrait lens on the A7R II. The first reason is sharpness. As we zoom in at 100% at 1.8, it is very sharp. Her eyes are super sharp, lashes are very sharp. The second reason is the bokeh. The bokeh is very smooth. I like the cat eye effect we see here in the corner. Very smooth throughout. Third is the chromatic aberrations is very well controlled. All the pictures here you're seeing is unedited, and as we zoom in on her necklace, the sun is hitting it and it's very well controlled. It's very minor CA that we see here. The fourth reason is the length. 135mm isn't that long. You can still get shots that look like the 200mm f2, but you're able to actually converse with the model, tell her how to pose. 85, you're not going to get that much of a compressed background as you're getting with the 135. So between the 85 and the 200mm lens, 135 is actually in between. It's pretty good. And once again, very sharp here, and the depth of field is very shallow, and the bokeh is very nice. Next, I want to look at the macro capabilities. Here, this flower was shot at minimum focus distance of 2.4 feet. You cannot do this with the 200mm lenses because the minimum focusing is 6 feet. As you zoom in 100%, you can actually see the fibers. It's pretty cool. Next is the flare 1.8. Flare is pretty bad, but this is in pretty much direct sunlight. Next one is shot at f4. It's getting there. I did not take shots at 5.6 or f8. This is unedited. It's pretty good for headshots if you want to have the nice effect of being sharp and creamy. I focused on her eyelashes. It is in focus, very sharp, and as you can see, it's very shallow. Her eyelashes are in focus, her eyes out of focus, and everything around her is blurred. I think this is a pretty cool effect. If you're in the market for a good portrait lens for A7R II, I would really highly recommend the Zeiss 135 1.8. It is actually similar price to the 85 1.4 G Master, and in my personal opinion, I would get the 135 over the G Master.